A couple. Number one, maybe other than four, what do you two disagree on the most? And secondly, what do you each disagree with the incumbent the most?
I could take the one on the incumbent because he spent $250,000 of lobbyist dollars that have been donated to his campaign to talk about how he hasn't raised taxes and how I have. The net tax rate in Lighthouse Point is 8.2% less than when I got there. The budget is 25% less than when I got there. When you stay the same, when you keep you hold the line on a base millage rate, that's great. But the fact is, when your debt service is increasing and you don't lower that base millage rate, you still raise the taxes. Mayor Keechl raised taxes in 2008, 2009, and 2010. You can check your property tax records at home. I know the property appraiser sends them out on time, and everybody has one. So that's one of the main issues in this constant fight. I don't understand why, after all the ethics work that's been done, this constant fight to defend people who have been arrested and have gone to jail. In January, the mayor of this county said public corruption in Broward County is not as bad as people think. It was in the Sun Sentinel. It can be quoted. It was there. And a few months later, when the Diana Wasserman Rubin case was being considered to be sent to trial, our Chief Judge Victor Tobin said that there is an image or a understanding that politics in Broward County is corrupt at all levels. So he didn't want to have the case tried here. He sent it to Miami-Dade. So you tell me who's right, the Chief Judge of this county or the mayor? As far as areas where we disagree, sorry, Amendment 4 is a big issue. The fact that I've been in this district since I was 3 years old, I understand what's going on here, and I'm in this race not to advance a political career. I'm in it for public service. The first thing I'd like to do is cut that county commission salary. It's ridiculous. It's 3 times what we pay our state legislators. The other thing that we need to do is get rid of pensions.
How much is the salary?
$92,000.
Just shy of $92,000.
$92,076. So maybe the districts are different, but that's what I understand it to be.
Against the current incumbent, sitting there on the dais saying, I'm not going to raise taxes, in his campaign mail saying he's not going to raise taxes, and then sitting on the dais and doing nothing, waiting for a majority to form around him, is not leadership. The county commission did vote tax increase for Broward County. He was the leader of those meetings, he was running those meetings, and if you watched the county commission in session, the mayor sat there, closed off debate, sat there with his mouth shut, and simply kept committing to a campaign pledge, I'm not going to raise taxes, forgetting that every time they didn't do a rollback that was equal to 3%, every single person that was in the recapture portion of their Save Our Homes exemption saw an increase. What both of these candidates are forgetting is that the East Side has one of the highest concentrations of seniors and retirees in the condo corridors of Gulf Ocean Mile and Pompano Beach. People who retired here in South Florida, another one of the bedrocks of our local economy besides the marine industry, who have been dealing with some of the lowest fixed rate interest rate returns for the last 7 years and still trying to make ends meet, still making a commitment and keeping their commitment to South Florida as the place they chose to retire. So we've seen nothing but tax increases for a great majority of the people in District 4 every single year that Commissioner Keechl's been in office. Yes, here it is. This is the 4-part plan. There are suggestions in here that we can build our way out of a national recession. It's not going to happen and it's not going to work. And Chip, you've told us we're going to woo Hasbro here from Delaware, where they were formed many, many years ago. You suggested we might get Nike, which was founded by a track coach who used a waffle iron and rubber to make the first set of shoes, and Oregon over 50 years ago. They're not moving to South Florida, they're going to stay put. So I'm excited to see what other 4 major companies you can share with us today that we're going to woo here to Broward County.
The funny thing about coming up with a plan is when nobody else has one, you talk to folks, when you knock on the door, you talk to people in the business community, and you try to come up with some ideas to help. So, while my opponents, both of them, have now had fun attacking a very simple 4-part plan, I'm still gonna make an effort when I'm county commissioner to bring companies here. When you give examples, it's easy for somebody to attack those. The fact is, there are companies that would like to come to Florida and have no state income tax. There are companies that would like to come to Florida and enjoy the beautiful resources we have here, the weather, the environment, the economy that we can have here. So the fact is, we can bring companies here to do a better job than they're doing where they are.
Marty.
Yeah, along the lines of your
Yes, sir.
last comment, global business, international probably a very big future growth industry in Broward County. What would you do to, both of you, what would you do to encourage more local business?
Well, there are two parts to what I've put out there. One is when we look at that corridor in District 4, because that's what we're talking about, at least on the short term, is that we need to offer some reasons for somebody to come to that corridor, take a vacant building that may have been foreclosed upon and there's no tax being paid at all. Possibly a 6 to 12 month tax moratorium on that property for a qualified small business. And that's going to produce up to 50 new jobs, new residents, people in school, people going to the grocery store, people going to the restaurants, people spending money in our economy elsewhere. Also, obviously working with the existing groups that are out trying to get other businesses. But you know what I had said about